Deal or no deal? The answer may have huge consequences later for lawmakers as voters they're beginning to turn against lawmakers over the seemingly endless government shutdown and the looming fears of defaulting on our debt. Take a look now at this NBC News Wall Street Journal poll. It asks, would you vote to defeat or replace every single member of Congress? Look at the numbers. 60% say vote them out. 35% say no. Let's bring in now a key congressman in all of this budget battle. Republican Louie Gohmert joining us from Texas. Hello, Congressman.
Well, it's good to be with you, but I'm in D.C. right now.
Oh, you're in D.C.? Well, of course you are.
Right.
I see your backdrop, but you're from Texas, letting everybody know.
Right.
Tell me this, Congressman. Let's start here. Do you care about the polls? Do you pay close attention to them?
Well, I care more about what the people in my district are thinking. And, you know, let me just say, we have made offers over and over again, and I really appreciate in the last half hour my friend Steve Moore pointing out that the House is supposed to have a role in this. And so Paul Gigot gave us a lecture on Constitution 101. Let me just explain. Negotiating,
right. You know
101 is not making an offer, compromising, and having the President, Harry Reid, saying over and over, no, 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 no.
I agree.
And he's watching the polls.
And let me jump in.
He's watching the polls, and that's why he finally was willing to talk. And now if we can get him to the next step of actually listening, we can get this thing negotiated.
I apologize. You're saying if the President, you're saying that he's watching the polls, which is why you feel like the President has now come to the table.
Of course, that's why
the polls are not good for not everybody at this point, quite frankly. But I want to go back to you because I think you started out, Congressman, by saying, listen, they have to, everybody has a right to have a say in what's being put on the table. So when you tell your fellow conservative Republicans don't cave, what does that mean? And how do you respond to some of your fellow Republicans who are saying, like, this infighting, it's hurting the party's brand?
Well, the party's brand was hurt with TARP. It was hurt with so many things, but especially 2.5 years ago when we made an offer to cut some of the massive overspending, and the President and Harry Reid said, nope, it's our way or the highway. We're hoping for a shutdown.
But you're not saying that either, Congressman? I mean, come on, let's just have some honest talk right now.
Yes, some honest talk is exactly what we need. And if you will look in the AP even, for heaven's sake, the AP, look at the dates. We have made offer after offer after offer and we have voted for compromise after compromise after compromise. And so what I would like to say to you and to Harry Reid and to the President, stop the dishonesty. Harry Reid saying that there's a bunch of firebrands and radicals in the House that have hijacked the party. That's not the case. We are together, but the hijacking has been the U.S. Senate by left-wing radicals who want to keep spending grandchildren's money without any consequences.
Let me jump in there, Congressman. I do apologize. Sure. I have to kind of keep the conversation moving. I understand your passion, but I want to pull up, because we're talking about the people now. I know you guys are fighting there, but we want to get the response of the people. Let me call up another poll. It's asking, do you approve of the way Congress is handling its job? I don't know if you can see this, but I know you know what this says. It's 83% saying they approve of what you're doing there. So let me continue here, Congressman. As you know, your colleagues have gone home for the weekend. No votes until Monday night. Will they get an earful from their constituents, or are they hearing a different chorus from the folks back home, or does it depend on where they're from?
Well, it depends in part on where they're from. If you're from New York or California, where you believe spending your grandchildren's money is somehow moral, then you may get encouragement to keep demanding more money. But most Americans are getting it. You're having unions now. One has voted to have a strike over Obamacare. It's the worst spending program in the history of the country. People are getting it. And let me tell you about polls. Listen, this is so important. The only poll that's important is the poll after we get to where we're going. And I'm telling you, if we cave and show complete disregard yet again for future generations,
and how would you
money
do that,
that
sir?
we're spending, what we're doing now. We have got to reform Obamacare. Treat everybody equally. Treat everybody equally. Quit giving waivers and exemptions to your cronies. Give it to individuals. And then let's slow down the massive overspending, because history will judge us. And character is when you do the right thing, even when nobody's watching or when the polls are against you. That is what we need to have. Character, and do the right thing, and the polls in the end will come out good.
Sure, and of course, again, I appreciate your passion, but I want to jump in with one final question.
It's
because
a passion for honesty.
Sure, and
because we hadn't been getting it.
And of course, we're not suggesting that anybody is without. Everybody has great suggestions. You know, we have to mix and match and put the policy together.
You're wrong there.
Everybody has some good suggestions. Okay,
no,
and so what I ask you, sir, is part of the problem.
Tell me what the president has suggested. Tell me what the president has suggested. Tell me what Harry Reid has suggested. They have not made one good suggestion, not one, other than total capitulation.
That's why we're here where we are, Congressman.
That's right. They're not making any.
Any way out of this?
No. You show me one suggestion. Yes, have them start compromising. We've compromised over and over. We got to the point where we said, okay, here's the deal. Here's our negotiators, conferees. That's what the law requires. Harry Reid would not even appoint conferees as the law requires. So, yes.
They asked for you guys to come back to the table with some clean suggestions. Sir, listen, my producer's in my ear, sir. Yeah. I would love to keep talking to you.
Clean
I'm
is not clean. It's pretty nasty.
It is, unfortunately, very nasty, and I think the people are, unfortunately, very tired of it. I did not cut the congressman off.
Look for suggestions from the president.
Yeah.
They're not